According to the information, Zoological Republic of Nigeria have sent emissaries to Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. And what are the content of emissaries? To plead with her to use her humble office to advise the Afghan youths, say may they go join Nigeria army. But when they hear this news, or I'm going to expect to hear something different, right? Now the Tory where they ground now, they don't send the emissaries to go US. Unknowingly, we just receive the information now. They just arrived at Kennedy International Airport to go and beg Dr. Ngozi Orabueze to use her church mind so that she go tell Biafrans, say, I beg you, join Tory Olonwo, may they go and join Nigerian army to their death. Even if Ngozi Orabueze hate all the whole Igbos or hate the Biafrans, I am very sure she will never accept to such condition, no matter how much that has been offered to her. And besides, she can only command from where she is. She cannot go down to the Biafra land to force the Igbo youth, say, may they go join Nigerian army. Even Eberibe herself, we don't they sell our people for a very long time. Now their eye don't open. They don't begin to talk, say anything about recruitment, say may them come out mind for where Igbo brothers and sisters they pata. Go to National Defense Academy, you will not give them slots. But they are giving them 200 slots for each state to provide people that are going to set as death warrant. Because signing for these foot soldiers is just signing that person's death warrant. But anyway, they don't also use one of our brother. I don't say they use us anyhow. They don't use this Anambra State team for this recruitment sensitization by name Brigadier General Chima Ekato. Say making the first Anambra youth say they join. And so far now, this man don't convince over 200 from the whole of the southeast say may they go join army. Over 200 is what they have gotten so far. That means each state give them 50 or maybe for something. Our people are still joking with their life. I don't know why. I don't know why we Igbos would like to play gamble with our lives. We like to play gamble with our freedom. We like to play gamble. If they ask this one now, they will tell you, say nothing they happen. Nothing they happen. You see, these people, we agree, these 200 people, they are the ones who have been telling you that they don't believe in Biafra movement. Who have been even fighting, who have turned to become, they are using them as as a spy. They are giving information as informant to the Nigerian armies and police. Anyone they see that is very strong with this Biafra struggle. I'm very sure these 200 people have offended the gods of our land. Maybe we don't need to pity them. Because you cannot tell me a real Biafra now will open his eyes wide open and said he want to join Nigerian army to do what? So maybe this is the way God of our land that want to punish them. They have become an informant. Maybe they have bought so many souls by informing all this zoo military and the terrorist police and NSCDC. Maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe because ndị Igbo na-atụ n'eso ọkpala okpoko gburu no one teaching ya. So you cannot tell me as an Igbo man where you have heard that the people that are being recruited under Buhari regime, that none of them is still alive today. He didn't bother to ask. Even one guy said from Delta Igbo, one Delta Igbo in the military came out. You open his face, remove mask, and say, "Na me they talk say you they kill my people and you still they call my people say they can't join military." He's talking about the Igbos, the Southeasterners, and our people get mine. They donate 200 of their hefty men that will defend the land. If there's any way you have been fighting against this movement, my brother, in one way or the other, when God begin to punish you, you will not know. So let it not be that God is the one that is punishing these people. Because when God wants to kill a man, it will first of all make him mad. So maybe these people must have offended the God that made them to block their ears upon all the whole shout Even all the whole southeastern governors, all the whole southeastern, what do they call it, politicians under APC condemned the calling for recruitment. When you open a portal for employment in NNPC, you didn't remember the Igbos. Currently now you have choose committee for census. Only Yoruba and Northeast, Northwest and North Central dominated it. Southwest and Southeast does not. Where there will be gain, you will not put the Igbos, but where there will be loss, heavy loss, then you include the Igbos. And our people are so adamant. Hey, Yakatasurima. If I, anyway, maybe now God will punish them. Make I just leave it there. Another headline, or rather, recruitment. Only 200 youths registered in Southeast Nigerian Army. So we have lost these 200 youths because none of them will survive. I'm not praying for them for not to survive, but I can tell you for free of charge, they will never survive. Stay away from Biafra. Land or ESN will hunt you down. IPOB issues ultimatum to Fulani killer herdsmen. IPOB also sends stern warning to Igbo leaders, accusing Nigerian army of being partial in its recruitment. Partial. Hey, I never seen this one before. How are they being partial? Okay, we are going to read the news. They just sent me the news. Another idiot from the Southeast. He said, Southeast must endorse Tinubu for second term. David Umahi. Idiot. I wanna know this man, they want to today. Make I know what in cause him. But let's continue going. Everybody, last, everybody must collect update. Please like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe for more interesting videos. Leader, Army Force Headquarters Recruitment Sensation Team. Sensitization Team. Anambra State Brigadier General Chima Ekato have revealed that only 200 youths from the Southeast have registered for the ongoing Nigerian Army recruitment in the country. Ekato made the disclosure at a sensitization organized for youth leaders and President General PGs of different communities in the state, News Agency of Nigeria reports. He said there was a need to encourage youths in the various communities to take part in the exercise. This sensitization is necessary because, according to records, only 200 persons have registered from the Southeast, while in other states, not less than 4,000 persons have registered. With that, do you know that Susaya to tell you that Biafrans are not Nigerians and they don't want to engage in whatever they are doing? Why we are calling on youth leaders and PGs to go to their communities to talk to the youths and encourage them to take part in the recruitment, Ekato said. Meanwhile, in a remark, the Anambra Governor Professor Chukwumacha Soludo gave assurance that the government will continue to sensitize the youths to show interest in the exercise. Soludo, who was represented by the Commissioner for Youth Development, Mr. Patrick Agamba, called on traditional rulers and president generals to collaborate in mobilizing 10 youths each from their communities to join the Nigerian Army through the ongoing recruitment. Obananke by force, so you don't enter by force. Similarly, Tony Collins Nwabuwanne, the Commissioner, Local Government, Chieftaincy and Community Affairs, said the recruitment targeted youths between ages 18 and 22 and encouraged them to enroll into the army. This is currently less than a few days after the Nigerian Army raised the alarm over the poor enlistment of the Southeast youths into the military service and called for a change of attitude to reverse the trend. Army declares poor enlistment from the Southeast, urging youths to join military. It is alarm, Abi. The Nigerian Army has raised the alarm over the poor enlistment of the Southeast youths into the military service and called for a change of attitude to reverse the trend. According to the Army, while Kaduna State had recorded over 3,000 applications in the ongoing 2025 recruitment exercise, Enugu State was still struggling with just 5 people. They never see anything. Enugu says with just 5 people. Even Enugu said that he stood to Fulanis. They refused to give away their own children. Che, stay away from Biafra land or we hunt you down, according to IPOB. issues a stern warning to Fulani headers. The leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB movement, has issued an ultimatum and reiterated a warning against marauding Fulani killer herdsmen to stay away from the Biafra region or regret their actions at the behest and counter-terrorism operations of the Eastern Security Network. This was made known in a press statement issued by the newly appointed press secretary to the IPOB Directorate of State, Mazi Chinwendu Okadibo. The press statement revealed that following a high-end meeting involving members of the IPOB DOS in Johannesburg, South Africa, a resolution to introduce reserved proactive measures to confront the Fulani menace in the Biafra region using the mechanism of the Eastern Security Network has been reached, warning the Fulani terrorists to keep off or meet a brutal and fierce offensive by the Eastern Security Network operatives starting from the 13th of April 2025. According to the statement, the IPOB leadership is keenly interested in ensuring that local farmers are guaranteed maximum security to utilize the farming season to the fullest and cultivate their farm produce. The IPOB movement believes this will ensure and strengthen food security, primarily in the region, and alleviate sufferings and lack amongst the population. This is amidst hyperinflation on all commodities, including edible, affecting all walks of life due to economic hardship therein. The statement reads, the Directorate of State of the Indigenous People of Biafra, DOS, is aware of the current speed at which the Fulani terrorist herdsmen are spreading their terrorists across Nigeria. This is not coming to us as a surprise because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as far back as 2014, warned the Nigerians about the Fulani agenda to pillage, terrorize, displace, murder, and occupy Nigerian indigenous people's land by fire, by force. As the farming season is here, our people are preparing to engage in farming activities from which they will feed their families and take care of their different needs. The Directorate of State will not tolerate any incursion by the Fulani herdsmen with their cattle into our farms. The DOS is using this medium to warn every terrorist herdsman to leave our land, farmland, and forests, or will be haunted by our already sessioned Eastern Security Networks operatives. The DOS, after a crucial emergency meeting yesterday in Johannesburg, South Africa, reached a decision that anyone who is caught with his animals in our farmlands or forests will not be spared. A new dimension towards ending the killings and kidnapping of our people in Biafra land by the Fulani terrorists established and will be applied to the letter to make sure we get Biafra land safe again and keep our forests and farmlands free so that our farmers can freely go back to their farms. The sinister plan to sabotage our food security by the Fulani and those backing them is an agenda that we shall confront without any mercy or compromise. The DOS wishes to advise those Fulani terrorists who camouflage as hunters to stay out of Biafra land and stay alive. Stay in your places and regions and hunt because we have enough hunters in Biafra land. Eastern Security Network commanders have been ordered to deal with any strange and unidentified faces seen around our forests and farmlands. They will apprehend all the criminals, kidnappers, and terrorists camping in our forests, pretending to be hunters or herdsmen, and deal with them in our own way. The statement also revealed that IPOB movement will hold the respective state governors in the southeast and their immediate families responsible if any attack is recorded against the citizens of the southeast by the Fulani terrorists, enjoining them to sit up and take their charge of their administrative obligations. The Directorate of State want to remind all the governors in Biafra land that it is their duty to safeguard and protect the lives and properties of our people. We shall therefore hold any government or any state, their immediate families responsible for any further waste of our lives of the people by Fulani herdsmen. in the Biafra territory. The carnage that is going on in Uzuwani and other parts of Enugu State must stop immediately. Further spillage of blood of our people in Enugu, we shall hold the Enugu State Governor Dr. Peter Mba and his immediate family to account. Those being massacred are people's children, mothers, fathers, and relatives. To the governors in Biafra land, we are not pleading with you, but we are advising you to protect our people and our land, or you will have us to contend with. And we promise you, it will not be funny this time around. It is a promise. Family Writers Press International. IPOB sends stern warning to Igbo leaders, accuse Nigerian army of being partial in its recruitment. Anyway, the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB have released a public statement urging Igbo traditional rulers, religious leaders, youth organizations, and community leaders to refrain from encouraging young individuals in the southeast to enlist in the Nigerian army. In a statement issued by the group's spokesperson Imam Powerful, IPOB claimed that the Nigerian army is attempting to engage influential figures in the southeast to promote military enlistment. IPOB raised concerns that this initiative may not serve the best interests of our Igbo youths. The Biafra agitators also questioned the equity of military recruitment and career progression within the armed forces, asserting that the southeast is allocated fewer recruitment opportunities compared to other regions. Furthermore, they highlighted a perceived underrepresentation of Igbo officers in senior military and security roles across the nation. The statement said, before encouraging our youth to enlist, we urge community leaders to consider the track record of treatment toward officers of Igbo origin and the broader issues of equity, justice, and representation. IPOB has expressed heightened concerns regarding the safety and well-being of soldiers, especially those assigned to conflict areas, and has urged the Nigerian military to provide more transparency concerning casualties in current security operations. The organization affirmed its opposition to what it terms a proxy conflict involving West African forces, asserting that regional leaders should focus on empowering youth through job creation and economic inclusion rather than military recruitment. Although IPOB, a separate group known for its contentious perspectives, it took this opportunity to call for caution and careful consideration among Igbo stakeholders in relation to military enlistment initiatives. As of the time of this report, the Nigerian army has not addressed these allegations, Nigerian News observed. The last, but not the least, Southeast must endorse Tinubu for second term, David Umahi. Minister of Works, David Umahi, has said that Southeast must come together and endorse Bola Ahmed Tinubu for second tenure. Nigerian News report that Umahi stated this at the official flag-off of the construction of the 465 kilometers Calabar Ebonyi Benue Nasarawa Abuja Superhighway. Speaking at the event that took place at Amuro Primary School in Afikpo local government area of Ebonyi State. On Wednesday, Umahi noted that the president, Tinubu, was the first to appoint an Igbo man as Minister of Works. Liar! Rotimi Amechi is a pure Ikwere and Igbo man. Liar! In his remarks, Ebonyi Governor Francis Winfrey, who represented the president, said the project reflected Tinubu's resolve to deploy infrastructure as a tool for national development. This project reflects the president's resolve to deploy infrastructure as a tool for national development and growth. We shall remain resolute in our support for the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a way of reciprocating his gesture, he said. Winfrey emphasized the significance of the road project to boosting the economy of his state. He stated that the project would enhance connectivity of the state, adding that it was a game changer. For us as a state, this project is especially significant. We are a landlocked state with a vast potential in agriculture, solid minerals, and trade. For years, our progress has been slowed down by poor connectivity with other states. But today, we break that barrier. With this flagship road construction, we are writing a new chapter, one of progress, prosperity, and integration. And as a governor of Ebonyi State, I say this without reservation. This project is a game changer. For our farmers, it means faster across to regional and national markets. For our traders, it means reduced cost of transportation. For our students, it means more secure and accessible roads to institutions across state borders. For our youth, it means empowerment. For our local economy, it means growth. This initiative is not merely a civil engineering task. It is a bold declaration that the era of isolation, marginalization, and infrastructural neglect is giving way to an era of transformation, inclusion, and nationwide accessibility. He added, Tinubu is a unifier, according to David Umahi. On his part, the Minister of Works described Tinubu as a unifier and a patriotic leader. He said the president and Ndi at heart showed it through his appointment. The immediate past governor of Ebonyi State called on Ndi to support Bola Ahmed Tinubu's second term bid in 2027. He does not discriminate, but he is a unifier, a true Nigerian and patriotic leader who has the entire nation at heart. This is a legacy project of the president, and legacy projects are spread across the entire regions of the country. Ebonyi has been so marginalized that even as a governor, I couldn't lay my hands on any reasonable project from the federal government. But President Tinubu, within a short period, has changed the narrative for the better. We have every cause to be grateful to Mr. President. This is one president that has Southeast at heart. He is the first president to appoint a Southeasterner as Minister of Works. We didn't have projects like this before, but today, Mr. President is working for all regions of the country. Mr. President has united the entire country, and the Southeast has no cause not to stand for Mr. President. Ndi Igbo are wiser and won't join hands with those who don't like the country. We must come together as a region to endorse Bola Ahmed Tinubu for a second term. David Umahi said. My wonderful people, make on adjust this matter at the comment section. Use your tongue to count your teeth. Just like, share, comment. Keep subscribing for more interesting videos. I'll be right back. My name still remains Amandia Neze, or you call me Ukulora. Bye for now. Ємісяries.